tucked away in the misty hills of Louisville, Kentucky, stands a structure steeped in shadows, Waverly Hills Sanatorium. What once promised healing became a place of suffering, loss, and terrifying legends. Today, it's more than a decaying building. It's one of the most haunted places in America. Behind every brick lies a whisper of sorrow, and behind every hallway, a shadow waiting to be seen. Constructed in 1910, Waverly Hills was originally a modest 2-story hospital built to battle a growing epidemic of tuberculosis in Jefferson County. The disease, known as the White Plague, swept through communities like wildfire, leaving doctors with little more than fresh air and hope to offer. By the 1920s, the small hospital couldn't keep up, and Waverly Hills was transformed into a massive 5-story Gothic-style facility capable of housing over 400 patients. It wasn't just a hospital. It was a self-contained world. The facility had its own zip code, post office, and farm. But behind the architecture was something much darker brewing. Thousands were isolated inside its walls, many never to leave. Treatments were primitive and excruciating. Patients had their ribs removed to help them breathe. Others underwent painful lung collapse procedures. The death toll was staggering. Some estimates say over 6,000 people died at Waverly Hills. To keep morale up and the horror out of sight, the hospital had a secret: a 500-foot underground tunnel. Known as the Body Chute, it was used to discreetly remove the dead. Families were often unaware of how many truly perished. But death leaves echoes, and Waverly Hills has never been silent since. After antibiotics were discovered in the 1940s, tuberculosis cases dropped dramatically. By 1961, Waverly Hills closed its doors as a sanatorium, and the building stood silent, at least from a medical standpoint. But stories began to spread of people seeing shadow figures in the hallways and hearing cries from empty rooms. One of the most notorious spirits is said to be Mary, a nurse who hung herself in room 502. Legend says she was pregnant and unmarried, a scandal for the time, and the shame drove her to despair. Visitors have claimed to hear a woman sobbing and to feel cold spots in room 502, even on hot summer days. Others have seen her apparition, pale, suspended, swaying in the breeze of an unseen rope. Then there's the tale of Timmy, a young boy who died in the facility. People say he rolls a leather ball down the hallway, and if you bring a toy, he might even play back. Some investigators have captured EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, of a child's laugh echoing through the halls. And yet, the most unnerving feeling at Waverly isn't seeing a ghost. It's the sense that you're never truly alone. In the years that followed, Waverly Hills changed hands multiple times. In the 1980s, a developer tried to turn the building into a minimum security prison. But protests quickly killed the plan. Later, it was nearly transformed into a massive Jesus-themed statue and chapel. But funding fell through. The building sat neglected, crumbling from time and weather. But even without human inhabitants, Waverly never rested. Locals reported lights turning on by themselves, figures seen in windows, and a heavy presence in the air around the grounds. The new owners, who took over in the early 2000s, embraced the paranormal legacy. They opened the building for historical tours and ghost hunts. Waverly quickly became a top destination for paranormal enthusiasts across the U.S. From casual thrill seekers to seasoned investigators, all report the same thing. Something lingers here, and whatever it is, it's watching. The 5th floor is particularly infamous. It's where mentally disturbed patients were kept, isolated, not just for their safety, but to shield others from their screams. Even seasoned ghost hunters hesitate to linger there. Many have reported sudden nausea, disorientation, or a paralyzing sense of dread when stepping onto that floor. EVPs from the area have recorded chilling messages, one even whispering, "Get out." There's also the tale of the creeper, a dark entity said to crawl on walls and ceilings, watching visitors from unnatural angles. Unlike the spirits of the dead, this presence is different, darker. Some believe it's a manifestation of the building's pain, not a human soul at all. And that's what makes Waverly Hills different from other haunted places. It doesn't just echo with ghosts. It absorbs the emotions of everyone who enters. You don't leave Waverly untouched. To this day, Waverly Hills stands as a monument to forgotten lives, those who came seeking healing, and those who never left. The peeling paint, the rusted beds, and the endless corridors are more than just relics of a hospital. They're scars on the building itself. Each ghost story told here isn't just folklore. It's a reflection of real suffering, lost time, and the human desire to be remembered. Visitors light candles, leave notes, and whisper names into the dark, hoping their voices will be heard by those still trapped between worlds. And sometimes they are. Whether you believe in spirits or not, Waverly Hills leaves its mark. It's not the screams or shadows that haunt you. It's the silence. Because in that silence, you start to wonder, what if the forgotten are still here, just waiting for someone to remember? And that's the true horror of Waverly Hills. It's not just haunted. It remembers.